Second.
All in favor? They're excused. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting held on 5/15/23?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. We have one item before the board tonight, a request from Adam Persino, project manager, on behalf of 25 Tibbetts Ave LLC Development. Property is 147 Cannon Street, Green Island, New York. They're requesting a site plan modification. The modifications from the previously approved plans involve the construction of one individual facility in lieu of two separate facilities. The single building footprint being proposed is 200,000 square feet, which is 50,000 square feet larger than the total amount of the building footprint previously approved. All changes to the site plan are consistent with what was previously proposed, meeting or decreasing the impacts generated as part of the development. The property is zoned industrial. Owen, you're on.
Good afternoon. I'm Owen Harder with McFarland Johnson. We're the engineers of record for the project. Chuck can't be here tonight. Got a flat tire on his way here, so it's just going to be me tonight. So we're back in front of the board tonight to discuss the site plan modification package that we submitted last 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, and it proposes reusing the site layout that was approved at the May planning board meeting into one building. So the previous application included two individual buildings totaling 150,000 square feet. And in this application, we're proposing a modification for one single building at 200,000 square feet. We have so we submitted an updated draft EAF, which is part 1 of that, and CHA completed parts 2 and 3 of that. And we also submitted a revised SWIP, which is our stormwater report, and updated construction plans. So with that,
I know that this side of the building is larger, but actually it's less impact on the green space because you have less parking.
Right.
There'll be less employees there, less parking.
Right.
Box trucks, not tractor trailers.
Right. So the impacts that are proposed with the larger building, we believe are consistent or less than that was what was originally proposed. And that's mainly due to the increased building size, having more, taking a bigger portion of the property. So there's less impervious area for truck traffic. There's also going to be less employees proposed now. In addition to that, instead of, I think we were originally proposing like 27 truck loading docks. Now it's only going to be 9. It's all going to be concentrated on this north corner of the site, away from the residential area and the road. And there will be much less truck traffic based on the proposed tenant use of the site.
And I know there's some community benefits that have been added that I think everybody will like. There's 2 municipal parking lots that you're going to create.
Right.
One over at the Payne Street Park.
Yep, it's right on here. Okay, but yeah, so this is the project site here, and Louise is proposing to reconstruct this parking lot by the park to provide a community benefit. It's not required, but it's being proposed by Louise.
And a second municipal lot underneath the bridge. So 2 lots on both ends of the island. Does anybody have any questions? Mr. Tracy?
Every time I drive by the property, I'm amazed at the transformation that's going on a daily basis. One thing I've noticed, you got a little fenced-in area up at the property edge that butts up against Bird Crane. Why is that fenced-in area there?
So that was discovered to have a higher level of environmental contaminants than what was originally calculated. So they're going to have to do more thorough environmental remediation there, and I think they're working with the DEC and the prior owner of the site to figure out what's going on with that area.
Well, I thought it was something simple like maybe Bert's owned that property and you couldn't get it from them.
Yeah, no, I think it's just surprised to see what was actually under the soil when they started.
I believe they're finding stuff that wasn't disclosed in the sale.
Right,
Or known
right.
when they purchased the property.
Now that you're going up to 200,000 square feet, probably with a flat roof, are you gonna go solar?
I don't believe so. That'd be a question for Louise, but I don't believe so.
No.
Yeah.
Good opportunity. Anyhow, the letter here from McFarland, it's an outstanding letter, and it's a great checklist for future projects that will come along.
Right.
It's a very good letter.
Thank you. Chuck did ask me to read this so he got a flat tire and he sent me this to read to the board. Louisa Companies believes this is a great reinvestment into the village, providing roughly 50 to 70 jobs and an appropriate use that transitions the two zoning areas, providing future commerce to George Street. And Louise's community benefits, although not required, is an extension for his love for the community. So he extends his deepest apologies for not being here tonight.
And I know you've been working with Joe Romano. He's been reviewing everything, and he had a couple other comments, very small things that you're
Right.
working out. I think the board has a list of those things, lighting, utilities,
Yep.
different things
Right.
like that. So anything we do would be contingent upon Joe signing off that all those issues have been addressed.
Right, yeah. We've gone through them and believe that they're easy to address in the next submission
Yeah.
that we'll have, so.
Kristen, may I ask a question?
Sure.
You mentioned the municipal parking lot under the bridge. Where would that be?
What is it, Payne Street
Between
side
Payne
going
Street and
towards
George
George
Street.
Street?
Oh, okay. Oh. Under the middle.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
the basketball courts that
Okay.
aren't courts
Thank you.
anymore.
I just want to make a comment on what a great job is being done up there. The transformation is unbelievable, but the neatness of everything, we're not hounding anybody to clean the road and do this or do that. They're just doing everything environmentally, and just watching them take the old foundations up, grind them all up and use it for the crusher run. I mean, it's just such a smart way to do it. I'm just amazed at the whole thing.
Well, in my opinion, I think this plan is a lot better than the one that was previously submitted, just because of the green space. I know it's a bigger building and all, but it just seems like it's just a much better use of the land, and you have less impervious area around. It looks like you reduced it by 2/3 of an acre.
Right.
Which is better than adding, you know. So, and I like the way that the drainage is in front, and it pushes the building back somewhat away from the street.
Yeah,
So,
providing a buffer.
that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you have anything, Lynn?
No, I was just I'll follow up on your comment, Joe, is that berm, as you can see, all the berms are being pulled away now, but they will be replaced with
They're gonna
something
put some
different
back?
to
Okay.
buffer
Yeah.
that block where we transition from industrial into residential.
Right.
And I know one of the questions I've been getting quite often is about the remediation, but as Owen did say, and I can confirm that DEC is on site monitoring this remediation as they're doing all the grading to prepare for the foundation work.
Any other questions, comments? Okay, well, before we can address the site plan, Joe Romano has reviewed all the SECRA changes and has asked that we issue a negative declaration pursuant to SECRA. So if I could have a motion to do that?
I'll make a motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Then we can move on, and I'd ask for a motion to approve the site plan modifications contingent on Joe Romano's comments being addressed.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. You're all set.
Thank you.
If we have no other business, could I ask for a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Sound like stereo.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Leave the clip.
Oh.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you.